Today I'm going to start assembling the piece. That makes me very nervous. I am feeling ready to get started, but it's also easy to plod along and get parts ready for assembly, but actually assembling them can be a whole different story. I get nervous that maybe I didn't consider everything I needed to take into account. Maybe things were not really the way I had planned, and it makes me doubly nervous that I'm now recording it and you will catch any discrepancies that I might have had. Let's go ahead and just get started. The great thing about working with metal is that if anything were to be terribly wrong, you just cut it out, re-weld it, reassemble it, and go from there. So there are some details of the piece that I've thought through and decided to change. I've decided to cut that really big 10 feet piece of metal down. There will be a seam there. I'm rolling the first solid section that will connect the side rails, side B and A. So I have my piece, I've rolled it a couple times, and I'm going to put it through the roller. So I'll definitely need to get a hand rolling the bigger pieces. This might be as big as I can handle on my own. This is 14 gauge metal, so it's pretty thick. And my Grizzly roller is actually only, says its capacity for 18 gauge, and it's actually doing great. It's actually covered in paper and tape because it is stainless steel and my rollers are steel. So I spent a few minutes with steel wool cleaning the rollers and getting any steel off of it, but I thought I really wanted to be safe and free of rust for the life of the piece, so I just covered it with paper. And looks like I need to put the piece through 2 or 3 more times, so I'll spare you that workout. The great thing, as I've looked at the model, is that there's the side rail A and the side rail B. The side rail B is the one that sits on the ground, and it, for the most part, the first section sits flat on the ground, which is great. I'll be able to build my skeleton pieces right perfectly at a 90-degree angle from that. So I will build the piece initially askew from the way that I have it oriented when it's propped up, but at least I'll be able to really base it off of something. You know, it's great that I'll be able to put an square bar up to it and make sure that at least in the beginning I'm on point and where I need to be based on the flat table and the 90-degree angle. I'll be able to get the main section built on the tabletop, which will be great for my back and knees. So today will be a day of assembly, and hopefully it's not too slow going. But if it is, it's important to keep in mind that it's the beginning of the sculpture, it's the base of the sculpture, so it really, really needs to be solid and well thought out and not rushed through.